Hey everybody, look who's back. She's not 100%, but doing better.
Yeah.
Okay, for the very first time, we are going to review The Strain, which is on FX. We didn't do the first episode of the second season because...
It was really bad.
Frankly, we just didn't care for that episode, and I was like, man...
Let me rephrase. It was not really bad, it was really boring.
Yeah.
There was just too much information, and it was just, meh.
And I didn't want to do a video where we're just dumping on an episode for the whole thing.
So we skipped it.
So we skipped that one. So we're going to pick up with episode 2, which is titled By Any Means.
And it was much better.
It was much better. Now, if you haven't watched Season 2, Episode 2 of The Strain, and you want to avoid spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video until you've totally caught up, because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Okay. We already mentioned that the first episode we didn't really care for, but the second episode was really good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I really enjoyed it, and for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're actually working on not really a cure now.
It's not a cure, but they're being proactive instead of just going out and single-handedly killing every single individual vampire. They're coming up with a plan to just eradicate them, all of them.
And Nora and F, well, first of all, F is drinking again, which I don't really care for that particular element of the story right now. I hope he is able to conquer that, but they're working on it, and they didn't really capture, but they acquired this old couple who was infected, and they're using them and running these experiments, trying to find something that can basically destroy the blood, right?
Well, they're trying to find a pathogen that will kill the Strigoi virus without killing the human host. Basically, it's kind of like it would be similar to like a vaccine, where the vaccine, you get a weakened version of the flu virus or the whatever, and it creates antibodies. Well, this would, if everybody just got this disease, then they wouldn't be able to get the Strigoi virus. It's kind of similar to what they do in World War Z, if you've seen that.
By far, my favorite scene in this episode is actually a sequence with Fett, who is the exterminator guy, and Dutch, who is I think she's a hacker. And they go in and they decide, you know what, we're going to take the city back one block at a time. And so they go to like the public pool, and they massacre hordes and hordes of vampires. But then
they go and ruin the entire awesomeness of the scene.
Yeah, like that whole sequence where they had these silver bombs.
Yeah.
And she was like, why, she had to play the bait, and she's like, why am I always the bait? And he had a cute little line about, well, you look more tasty than I do, or something like that. And she lures them out, and they throw their silver bombs. And it was just a really, really cool scene. But then...
yeah, then they decide to go skinny dipping in the pool, and the whole wall is nothing but glass, and you can see that it is full-on dark, which is like when the vampires come out to play. So it makes zero sense for them to completely not only strip themselves, but strip away from their weapons and go into a pool where they don't even have access to their weapons at night. It didn't make any sense whatsoever.
But that was literally the only part of the episode that really bothered me. I did decide, though, in this episode that I hate Zach. I fucking hate that kid. Like, if he dies, if his mom tracks him down, which she's trying to do with her little vampirelings, I hope he dies. I hope he gets turned. Because he's a little shit. Like, he erased part of the board that they're taking their notes on for developing the cure. And I'm like, dude, fucking Zach, man.
Yeah, it's kind of, what would a pubescent boy do if the world went to shit while he was going through puberty? And this is kind of one approach. He would completely and utterly rebel and just become a little shit. I
don't remember him being this bad last season.
No, but things have gone to shit since then. They've gotten worse.
Well, he did see his mom, not get killed because she's still alive, clearly, but the dad didn't try to help her
Yeah, and he saw her diseased and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it's a lot to take in, and he's just rebelling is the only thing I can think of. Is there? This is just one aspect. You know, there a lot of post-apocalypse type shows and movies and stuff delve into the psychology of the character, and that's what this is. It's what would happen with a prepubescent boy who has an alcoholic father and a mother who has been turned into a vampire. What would he do? And this is the direction they've decided to go. And yeah, it makes him an extremely unlikable character.
Yeah.
What was really interesting to me in this episode was that, you know, at the beginning when they were first learning about this, there's no way F or was it Nora?
Nora.
Would take 2 people off the street who were infected and not inform them that they were going to be part of an experiment. Yeah. Like, they basically waited until these people had no choice before they told them. And
their doctoral oaths have gone out the window.
Yeah, and that's interesting because, you know, they realize that these people are going to die regardless. By taking them in, they're minimizing the impact of their death because they're not going to be able to spread it. And they're benefiting humanity, whether it's against their wills or not. I think even if they had chosen not to, I think they still would have kept them. And I mean, in all honesty, what else would they have done if they let them go? They would have infected their son, which is not what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, and there's no way that they were just going to kill him.
No.
Like the guy wanted.
And what they're doing, what F and Nora are doing, it's really taking a toll on Nora.
Yeah.
But it's kind of is with Ephraim, but I think for Ephraim he's just such a flawed character to begin with, that everything that's going on, his wife being turned, his son basically hates him, he's, taken these 2 old people captive, and now he's drinking like a fish. So I think Nora is actually expressing herself, and Ephraim is drinking his emotions.
And I think the 2 characters, I think F is a more black and white realistic type person where he's like, it doesn't matter if they give us consent. We have to do this. They're the only ones available. It's not like we can go and infect people. Yeah. We have to do this.
And Nora's still an idealist.
Yeah, and like the laws of humanity are out the window. This is freaking anarchy. We got to do something.
Yeah. And Nora is totally still an idealist.
And she's very emotional.
Yeah.
Her actions are run mostly by her emotions. Yeah. And she feels for these people, and that's what hurts for her.
Yeah. Which is kind of unusual for a doctor.
Yes, and that's one of the things I kind of don't like about the show, is that they, of course, choose the female character to be the one to portray the stereotypical feminine aspects of, even though she is a scientist, she's ruled by her emotions. Mm-hmm. And it kind of bugs me a little bit.
They could have done that with a different character.
Yeah, or, like, they didn't need to do that at all. Or they already have F drinking. They could have done that with F's character and had her be the pragmatic one.
Yeah. But so far, Season 2 has been super uneven. Episode 1 we didn't really care for. Episode 2 I really, really enjoyed, except for the pool scene.
I basically enjoyed it.
So, looking forward to seeing how the season progresses, whether or not they develop a cure. You've actually read the books.
Yeah, I've read all 3 books, so I won't say anything. So, no book spoilers.
I get to wonder, she already knows. And she's been really good about not telling me what happened, because one day I might decide to read the books too. So, if you guys are watching The Strain, we would love to know what you think about it. Let us know in the comments.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.